Hi, this is Psychology for Humans. Today, briefly, why some people don't trust kindness, even when it's real. Some people don't relax when you're nice to them. They get tense, they overthink it, they wait for the catch. You offer help, they feel suspicious. You show care, they prepare for disappointment. Not because they're cold, not because they're ungrateful, but because their brain learned something very early. Kindness doesn't last. Or worse, kindness comes with a price. People who don't trust kindness usually weren't born this way. They learned it. Maybe growing up, love was unpredictable. Sometimes warm, sometimes withdrawn, sometimes gentle, sometimes followed by criticism. So their nervous system adapted. It stopped seeing kindness as safety. It started seeing it as a warning sign, like, okay, what's coming next? You see this in everyday moments. Someone gives them a genuine compliment, they brush it off. You offer emotional support, they change the subject. You do something nice, they feel uncomfortable instead of grateful. Inside their head, there's a quiet voice saying, people aren't nice for no reason. Psychology calls this defensive expectation, but in real life, it looks like keeping emotional distance, assuming hidden motives, struggling to receive care, feeling uneasy when someone is generous. Their brain is constantly scanning for danger, even in safe situations, because at some point, safety wasn't safe. Often, these people were hurt after opening up. They trusted, they relaxed, they let someone close, and it ended badly. So now their mind connects kindness with vulnerability, and vulnerability with pain. That connection runs deep. Here's something important. They don't reject kindness. They protect themselves from it. Because kindness means lowering their guard, and lowering their guard once cost them something. You might notice they prefer being independent. They'd rather struggle alone than accept help. They don't like owing anyone. They feel uncomfortable being cared for, not because they don't need it, but because dependence once felt dangerous. Sometimes this comes from emotional neglect, sometimes from betrayal, sometimes from relationships where love was conditional, sometimes from being used. Different stories, same outcome. Their nervous system learned, don't get too comfortable. They also tend to overanalyze people's intentions. If you're kind, they wonder why. If you're patient, they look for manipulation. If you stay consistent, they wait for the switch. Because inconsistency was normal in their past, so consistency feels suspicious. And honestly, this is one of the saddest patterns I see. Not because these people are difficult, but because deep down, many of them want connection. They just don't feel safe enough to receive it. They're carrying old wounds into new rooms. Another sign? They test people. Small tests. They might pull away to see if you chase. They might act distant to see if you stay. They might reject kindness to see if it disappears. Not consciously, it's automatic. Their brain is gathering evidence. And here's the paradox. The more someone needs kindness, the harder it is for them to trust it, because unmet needs turn into fear. You might also notice they joke when things get emotional. They change topics when conversations get deep. They keep things light. Humor becomes armor. Detachment becomes control. If you recognize yourself in this, I want you to hear something important. There's nothing broken about you. Your nervous system simply adapted to survive. You learned patterns that once protected you. They just haven't been updated yet. Healing doesn't start with forcing trust. It starts with noticing. Noticing when your body tightens. Noticing when you assume the worst. Noticing when kindness feels unsafe. Awareness comes before change. Always. A simple practice. Next time someone is kind to you, don't analyze it. Don't minimize it. Just say, thank you, and let the moment exist. Even if it feels uncomfortable, especially if it feels uncomfortable. That's where new patterns begin. And if you're on the other side, loving someone like this, remember, patience matters, consistency matters, but you can't heal someone by being perfect. They have to slowly teach their nervous system that safe people exist. Because trust isn't built through big gestures, it's built through small, repeated experiences that don't end in pain. People who don't trust kindness aren't cold, they're cautious. They aren't distant, they're protecting old wounds. They don't lack heart, they've just learned to guard it. If you'd like more breakdowns like this, subscribe and tell me the topic in the comments. Hit like if this helped, and I'll see you in the next video.